Hello and welcome to Herald TV Evening News Bulletin with me, Sullivan. The price of petrol will come down by 9.5 rupees, while diesel will be cheaper by 7 rupees, as Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced a sharp cut in central excise duty on fuel prices amid surging inflation. Team Herald TV spoke to several people across the state and got their reaction on this.
Fuel price cut, subsidy on gas cylinders, centre's big move versus inflation. Goa reacts to fuel price cut, subsidy on gas cylinders. Nirmala Sitharaman exhorts state to implement a similar cut and passes on the benefit to the common man. The petrol price will come down by 9.5 rupees, while diesel will be cheaper by 7 rupees. The price of the petroleum will come down. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced a sharp cut in the central excise duty on fuel prices amid surging inflation. The centre excise duty on petrol has been cut by 8 per litre and same on diesel has been cut by 6 per litre, said Mrs. Sitharaman. The government says it will lose about 1 lakh crore by taking the cut on central excise duties. The minister urged state to implement a similar cut and passed on the benefit to the common man. Now this is what Nirmala Sitharaman said. I wish to exhort all the state governments, especially the states where reduction wasn't done during the last round, that's November 2021, to also implement a similar cut and give relief to the common man, appealed Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman.
पेट्रोल कमी जाला ही एक बरीच गजाल आसा कित्याक की आजची परिस्थिती आसा इन्फ्लेशन आसा तातूंत कितलेंय कमी पेट्रोल जावप हें लोकांक एक खूब यूज जाता ट्रान्सपोर्ट वायज कमी जातले सो अदर एसेन्शियल प्रोडक्ट्स ते कमी जातले दुसरी म्हणटा ती सदांच आमकां एक दिसता की पेट्रोल कमी जालें की एक लोकांक मातशें उमेद जाता कितले ते 1 रुपया जावं 5 रुपया जावं एक येता उमेद बट आयची ग्लोबल क्रायसीस समज तुवें पळयत जाल्यार आमचे नेबरींग कंट्रीज तातूंत वी आर सामके बेटर ऑफ दॅन मोस्ट ऑफ द रेस्ट ऑफ द कंट्रीज इन द वर्ल्ड सो पेट्रोल कमी जावप इज अ वेरी गूड सायन पूण अशें की एवरी टायम पेट्रोल कमी जावंक जाय पेट्रोल बाकीचे जितले वाडटा बाकीचे थोडे वाडटा तेन्ना आमी एकदां कांय म्हणना सो आमी पेट्रोलाचेरूच हें करूंक जायना बट ऑफकोर्स हें आतां कमी जाल्यार एक बरी गोश्ट आसा हें मातशें थोडे वेळ दवरचें अशें इज ऑलवेज अ गूड हें सगळ्यांक मेळटा देंवता तितलें आमच्याक टॅक्स तितलो आसा थोडे देंवप पूण ह्या 7-8 रुपया इज अ वेरी सबस्टेन्शियल अमावंट आनी कमी केला खूब डिफरन्स जातलो थोड्या लोकांक सगळ्याच लोकांक जातलो डिफरन्स म्हणजे 7 रुपया म्हणल्यार म्हयन्याच्या हातून दे कॅन सेव अ लॉट ऑफ मनी वीच दे कॅन यूज फॉर
घराचो
बजेटूय सारको कंट्रोलान येतलो
कमी जाला ते बरें आसा आनी आजून जावंक जाय म्हटल्यार कितें आहा जर सेंट्रल गव्हर्मेंटान GST खाली जर हे हाडले पेट्रोल तर अजून सकयल येवंक शकता ताका प्रत्येक स्टेट गव्हर्मेंटान सपोर्ट करपाक जाय अदरवायज प्रत्येक गव्हर्मेंट कितें करता स्टेट गव्हर्मेंट आपणाक जो तेंचो जो लॉस जाता म्हणून ते ताका सपोर्ट करिना हे मेन कारण आहा जर देंवले पेट्रोल तर बाकी सगळे तुमचे कमी जातले प्रायसीस ट्रान्सपोर्टेशन बी सगळे उरतले
तो महंगाई कमी जातली
जावंक शकता
पर उतना तो बढ़ाया था ना इसके लिए कम किया है तो कोई ज़्यादा नहीं किया तो दिखाने के लिए कर रहा है कि हाँ कम हो रहा है अभी और कुछ ये करेगा तो अच्छा रहेगा जैसे पहले 55 था आने वाले आज के 10 साल पहले अभी एक ही बेर में डबल हो गया 10 साल के अंदर जो कि इतना साल में नहीं हुआ तो अभी तो इतना नॉर्मल है कुछ ये नहीं किया तो गवर्नमेंट अपना दिखाने के लिए लोगों को खुश करने के लिए करता है
ये तो इकोनॉमी है तो कुछ चीज़ें बढ़ सकती है कुछ चीज़ें कम हो सकती है तो एवरेज में सभी अगर पहले जैसा थोड़ा बहुत हो जाए तो अच्छा है
आपको लगता है और भी उतर
हाँ थोड़ा बहुत तो उतरना चाहिए क्योंकि पिछले दिनों में बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ गए थे के बजट में बहुत सारा फर्क पड़ता है क्योंकि हमको भी मुझे खुद को भी काम के लिए घर के सामान लाने के लिए बार बार गाड़ी यूज़ करनी पड़ती है तो ये बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छा रहता है कि ऑटो करे ये करे उससे ज़्यादा पेट्रोल को ये हो सकता है बजट में बैठ सकता है बजट भी कम हो सकता है खर्चा
Prasad Polji for Herald TV.
There's one question on everyone's minds. Will the Panchayat elections be held in June or not? All eyes are now on the State Election Commission's decision that will be revealed tomorrow. The government has already suggested postponing the elections. The new question that arises, however, is whether to hold the elections during the monsoon season or if it should be postponed.
Will Panchayat elections be held in June? All eyes are now on State Election Commission's decision that will be taken tomorrow. The government has suggested to postpone the elections. Now the question arises, is there time to hold election in the monsoon or will it be postponed? Yes, everyone has a question. Will the Panchayat elections be held in June? All eyes are now on the SEC's decision 12. Already, the government has suggested postponement of the elections. Now the question arises, is there time to hold elections in the monsoon or will it be postponed? Now the term of the 186 Panchayat ends on June 19th. Government cannot extend their 5-year term as there is no provision in Goa Panchayati Raj Act. Government will have to appoint administrators on these village panchayats. Then says recent Supreme Court judgment making triple test mandatory for reservation of the OBC wards in the panchayat polls. Clinton D'Souza for Herald TV.
The expected smooth ride over the Atal Setu has just not materialized for the simple reason that the bridge has been developing potholes ever since it was opened for commuters. The strange part is that the reason for the potholes is still baffling the government and the contractor that built the bridge. A study commissioned to IIT Madras to study the reason for the development of the craters states that the top layer isn't adhering to the surface. The study also states that a permanent solution is yet to be completed.
Taxpayers' money wasted. Substandard material used for the 5.1 long kilometer Atal Setu. Goans have reacted. The expected smooth ride over the Atal Setu has just not materialized for the simple reason that the bridge has been developing potholes ever since it was opened for construction. Now, earlier, 24 hours ago, State Tourism Minister Rohan Kaunte on Saturday urged Chief Minister Pramod Sawant to consider closing the cable-stayed Atal Setu bridge until the potholes are repaired. He had said the condition of the Atal Setu is highly accidental prone. I myself have missed meetings with an accident on the bridge. The state government has approached the IIT Madras to correct engineering faults in the Atal Setu bridge. County had said and that at present tourism footfall is less and hence repair work of the bridge can be completed by diverting the traffic on the two other Mandavi bridges. The 5.1 kilometer long Atal Setu runs between Panjim and Pororan. Today in this story, local and social activists have reacted sharply and exposed the material and kind of material that is used for the repairs and also construction of this bridge.
हे पळयत कितें जालां तें हेजे पळय कॉंक्रीट आनी हेजे वयर हेंच्यांनी डांबर टॅक केला टॅक म्हणटा आसपाळाचो टॅक कोट हो टॅक कोट करतना पळय कसो टॅक कोट केला तो आनी हेजे डांबर घातला हितून कमी घातला हाका डांबर ना डांबर कित्याक आतां डांबर केला हे आतां 2-3 वर्सां जालीं मनोहर आमचो माजी मुख्यमंत्री मनोहर पर्रीकर आसतना तेणी तो आमचो IIT इंजिनियर तो मेकॅनिकल इंजिनियर पूण आतां गोंयचो गव्हर्मेंट हे पळयात तुमी हे पळयात कितें जालां तें हे पळयात आतां हेजे पोंदाक उदीक वयतलेंच न्हू उदीक पोंदाक वचना फुडें आसपाळ जो आसा न्ही आसपाळ हो वयर सरता उदकाक पडलेले आसा आनी आतां हेजे फुडें पावसाळ्यांत खूब पडपाचें आसा आनी हेजे फुडें आमचो शिरदोन जो पूल ओवरफ्लाय केल्लो आसा न्हू तेजेर सुद्दां असोच हो प्रॉब्लेम जावपाचो आसा तेका लागून बाब निलेश काब्राल PWD मिनिस्टर जो आसा हांगा तेका IIT इंजिनियर खंय मद्रासान जाय पण निलेश काब्राल बाब तूं मिनिस्टर हे नात्यान तुका एक क्वेश्चन करूंक करता हांव की हांगा गव्हर्मेंट ऑफ गोवा जे PWD इंजिनियर जे आसा हे PWD इंजिनियर जे आसा चीफ इंजिनियर आसा तेतून सुपरिटेंडंट इंजिनियर आसा ते सकयल मागीर एक्झिक्युटीव इंजिनियर जे आसा तेंच्यांनी ज्यो डिग्री विकती घेतलेल्यो आसा काय तांकां गव्हर्मेंटान जे आमी शिकोवंक वयता एज्युकेशन हितूनसून ताका ती डिग्री खरोखरच मेळ्ळ्या काय डुप्लिकेट हाडून दिल्लेलो हो मोठो प्रश्न पडटा पूण ताका लागून हांगा तुका गोंयच्या गव्हर्मेंटाक आयज तुमचे कडेन खबर आसतली की गव्हर्मेंट ऑफ गोवाचो तुमचे कडेन पयशांची उदरपट्टी करपाक तुमी IITचो इंजिनियर हाडूंक करता न्हू तेची गरज ना हांगा इंजिनियर जे आसा न्हू तांकां रस्त्याचेर देंवय तुजे इंजिनियर ऑफिसान बसतले तुजे सुपरवायझर ऑफिसार बसतले तुमी कशे बसतात हांगा एसेंब्लीन कशे बसतात की हांगा बसून तुमी डायरेक्शन दितात तशें नाका सायडीचेर जेन्ना सुपरवायझर म्हणून घेता तो सुपरवायझर हांगा रस्त्यार खंयसूच दिसना तुजो असिस्टंट इंजिनियर दिसना तुजो एक्झिक्युटीव इंजिनियर सायडीचेर दिसना कॉन्ट्रॅक्टराक तुमी काम दितात आनी कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर हो आपणाक जाय तशी कामां करता कॉन्ट्रॅक्टराक जाय तसं काम करपाक तुमकां निवडून दिवंक ना आमी. तुमचे कडेन गव्हर्मेंटाचो पगार म्हयन्याचे म्हयने तुमकां मेळटा, तुमकां कांय इश्यू ना. निलेश काब्रालाक हांव स्पेशल म्हणून सांगता, PWD इंजिनियर हे नात्यान सांगता, तुका म्हयन्याचे म्हयने पगार मेळटा गव्हर्मेंटासून, हांगा MLA हे नात्यान. तेका लागून हांव तुका स्पेशल सांगून गेल्लो आसा आयज, हो रस्तो अटल सेतू बांदल्यार कितलीं वर्सां जालीं, परत तेजी गॅरंटी कितल्या वर्सांची आसली, बट हॉट मिक्स कॉन्क्रिटाचेर हॉट मिक्स घालता कोण हो मोठो प्रश्न पडटा. कॉन्क्रिटाचेर जेन्ना हॉट मिक्स जेन्ना घालता कोणाक टॅग कोट आयज पासून तुजें हॉट मिक्स चालू आसा.
It is Prasad Polji for Herald TV.
In a horrific self-accident at Kucheli Mapsa, 3 youths from Belgaum, identified as 28-year-old Nayar Angolkar, 26-year-old Rohan Garag, 31-year-old Sunny Anvekar died on the spot, while the fourth occupant of the car, 27-year-old Vishal Karekar, has sustained major injuries. The accident occurred at around 4 a.m. this morning as the car rammed into a roadside tree. Vishal has been shifted to GMC for further treatment.
In a horrific self-accident of a car at Mapsa, 3 youths from Belgaum died on the spot. The fourth person is critical and undergoing treatment at GMC. The accident occurred at around 4 in the morning. Prakash Gadkar for Herald TV.
Reducing prices of fuel and other commodities is just a political stunt, says Vasco MLA Sankalp Amonkar. He also said that he will, along with several other people, take to the roads if the Panchayat reservations are not done properly. Speaking on the Raj Bhavan issues, he added that there is no need for a second Raj Bhavan in Goa, also stating that having a second Raj Bhavan displays a hidden agenda.
Reducing prices of fuel and other commodities is just a political stunt, says Vasco MLA Sankalp Amonkar. He also said that he will come on roads along with his supporters if Panchayat reservation is not done properly.
तुमकां सगळ्यांक खबर आसा हे गव्हर्मेंटान ज्या प्रमाणे जो प्रायस वाडयलेलो आसा आयज तुमी मुद्दाम पळोवपाक गेले जाल्यार पेट्रोल डिझल आयज खंयसर पावयलेले आसा हेंच्यांनी. LPG गॅस सिलिंडर जी किंमत आसलेली 360 रुपीज आयज 1000चेर पावयलेली आसा. आनी आयज काल तेंच्यांनी फक्त एक स्टंट केल्लो आसा, एक नाटक म्हणटा पळय तशें केल्लें आसा. डेली उठून पेट्रोल डिझल वाडयत रावले आनी काल तेंच्यांनी 7 रुपया डिझलाचेर आनी 9.5 रुपया पेट्रोलाचेर दिले. हे फक्त एक स्टंट केल्लो आसा आनी हेजो बेनिफीट म्हाका दिसता हो चड दीस मेळपाना, हो थोडो दीस, कित्याक ऑलरेडी प्रायसीस सगळे वाडलेले आसा. तेजे भितर जे डिझल्स आनी पेट्रोल वाडल्या कारणान सगळे ग्रोसरी आयटमाच्या पोतान, व्हेजिटेबलाच्या पोतान सगळे आयटम वाडलेले आसा, इतले म्हारग जाल्लेले आसा. ते काय आतां कमी जावपाना झप करून. सो हो पेट्रोलाच्या आनी डिझलाच्या हो जो काल स्टंट केलेलो आसा पळय हो फक्त एक इलेक्शनाक लागून गिमीक आसतलें, कित्याक आतां रोखडे इलेक्शन्स येता. इतली वर्सां तेंच्यांनी वाडोवन आयज खंय 100चेर तेंकेलेले आसा, 110चेर पावलेले आसा बाकीच्या स्टेटींनी. आमच्या गोंयांत 100चेर तेंकेलेले आसलेले. जे पेट्रोल डिझल आमकां 60 रुपयान मेळटाले ते 100चेर येयले आसा. आनी आतां ही जी केला पळय हो एक फक्त स्टंट हे गव्हर्मेंटाक. म्हाका दिसना हे गव्हर्मेंटाक कसलोच रायट आसा, कित्याक आयज खरो जर हक आसा जाल्यार गोंयांक हे पेट्रोल आनी डिझल लोकांक म्हणटा ते 60 रुपयान मेळोंक जाय. आनी हे जर गव्हर्मेंट करता जाल्यारूच आमी तांकां खरो म्हणटले बाबा तुमी लोकांक लागून हो गव्हर्मेंट चलयता, नाल्यार फक्त तुमी स्वार्थाच्या फायद्याक लागून आनी फक्त तुमचे जे क्रॉनीक कॅपिटलिझम आसा जशे अडानी जिंदाल हांकां बेनिफीट दिवपाक लागूनच तुमी करता हे.
Kiran Borkar for Herald TV.
The fishermen in Goa have stated that the Central Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways should immediately stop port expansion plans in Kerala, and also demanded that Goa's fishermen and coastal dwellers meet the same fate if the state government doesn't scrap Sagarmala plans in Goa.
Now, the fishermen have stated that the Central Ministry of Ports and Shipping and Waterways should immediately stop port expansion plans in Kerala. They have also demanded that Goa's fishermen and the coastal dwellers will meet the same fate if the state government does not scrap Sagarmala plans in Goa.
आयज आमी वालियातुरा आसा त्रिवेंद्रमान हे एक गोदांव आहा आनी ह्या गोदांवा भितर आमचे बारीक फिशरमॅन ह्या गोदांवान आयलेले आसा कित्याक हिंगा एक वेलिनियम पोर्ट म्हूण येता आनी ह्या पोर्टाक लागून सगळीं घरां जीं आसा हे दर्यान गेलेले आसा आनी हे बावडे लोक आयज हे धाकटे उंदरा भाशेन ह्या गोलींनी रावता. सो हांव मागता गोंयच्या सरकाराक की MPT पोर्ट जे एक्सपान्शन प्लॅन करता तेजेर हॉल्ट जावपाकूच जाय आनी जे कोल हब करपाचो पळय थारायला ते बंद करपाक जाय आनी आमचे आयज मच्छीमार संघर्श यात्रा केरला काबार जाता आनी आमी गोंयांत 16 आनी 17 तारखेर ह्या मच्छीमार संघर्श यात्रा येतले. आमचे लिडर NFFचे आख्खे इंडियेचे येतले जे लोकल इश्यूज अंडरस्टँड करतले आनी आमी जो आसा सरकाराक जो मागता कोस्टल रायट बील ह्या सरकाराक आमी सांगपाक सोदता एक ताबडतोब पास करचे कित्याक आमचे कोस्टल लोक पळय रावता ते काबार जायत आहा कित्याक ऑफ सी लेवल रायज ऑफ एंटी डेव्हलपमेंट जे पोर्ट एक्सपान्शन करता हे एक्सपान्शनाक लागून आयज आमी सगळे काबार जाता. ही पयलेली आसा ही एक व्हडली बीच आशिल्ली आनी हिंगा 1 किलोमिटर पयस हे लँड आशिल्लें आनी एक वेलिनियम पोर्ट म्हूण येता हे ड्रेजिंग करून आयज उदक 1 किलोमिटर भितर येयलेलें आसा आनी सगळे अशें फातर घालून सगळे लोक हिंगाचे डिस्प्लेस जावन एक शेल्टरान रावता. सो आयज जे पळय ड्रेजिंग पळय MPT करता हे तशेंच आमचे गोंयांत जातलें. गोंयचो कोस्टलायन जो आसा हो असो फातरांनी घालून आमी काबार जातले. केरळान 580 किलोमिटर्स आसा कोस्टलायन आनी आमचे आमचे गोंयांत फकत हांगचे 4 किलोमिटर आसा. सो तो चीट ही सरकार सागरमाला प्लॅन धाडटा आनी पोर्ट एक्सपान्शन प्लॅन करपाक सोदता हे आख्खें कोस्टलायन आमचे काबार जातले, ट्युरिजम काबार जातले, फिशरमॅन काबार जातले आनी ह्या कारणा खातीर आमी मागता सरकाराक तकली यूज करा आनी हे जे प्रोजेक्ट जे आसा सागरमालाचे जे डबल ट्रॅकिंग करता जे पोर्ट एक्सपान्शन प्लॅन आसा ते ताबडतोब बंद करचे आनी आमकां गोंय कोल हब डेस्टिनेशन नाका म्हणून ह्या सरकाराक हांव मागता.
Kiran Borkar for Herald TV.
Suraj Teeth Chandan, who attacked his mother's lover, Manoj Bagh, with an axe, was arrested from Odisha after Bagh died in the Goa Medical College 2 days after the attack. Chandan was arrested in Odisha where he fled after attacking the victim. Chandan had come to Goa and to his dismay found his mother staying with Bagh at Verla. The incident occurred in the intervening night of 14th and 15th May 2022. Chandan was admitted to GMC with low blood pressure and then discharged. He will now be produced before the JMFC for remand and a further investigation will be carried out.
Suraj Teeth Chandan, who attacked his mother's lover Manoj Bagh with an axe, was arrested from Orissa. Manoj Bagh died in the Goa Medical College 2 days after the attack. Chandan will now be produced before the JMFC for remand and further investigation.
15/5/2022 धर्मप्पा शिवप्पा मदार हिणी एक कंप्लेंट लॉन्च केली पुलीस स्टेशनार की 14 to 15 इंटरवेनिंग नाईट ऑफ 14 to 15 तेंगेर भाड्याक रावताली एक कपल एक बायल आनी एक तो चलो रावतालो. ती बायल विडो आसलेली आनी बोथ वर फ्रॉम ओरिसा. बायल थंयसरल्यान त्या चेड्या वांगडा पळोवन येयल्ली ओरिसा 4 वर्सां पयलीं. आफ्टर ते बायलेचो पयल्याच्या घोवाचो चेडो आसलेलो इन ओरिसा. सो तिणी त्या चेड्याक हाडलो हांगासर घरा कडेन आनी शी वॉज लिवींग वीथ अनदर बॉय. सो जेन्ना घरा कडेन येयलो तो चेडो आनी हांगासर 2 दीस रावलो तेंचे वांगडा. तिसरे दिसा तेणी ते आवय वांगडा कोण रावतालो तेजेर रातचो न्हिदलेले कडेन पिकॅक्स मारलो आनी पळोवन गेलो. सो मारला तो GMCन एडमीट आसलेलो. तेजें नांव श्री लाल बाग मनोज बाग एज 24 आनी आफ्टर 2 days ऑफ ट्रिटमेंट तो मेलो. सबसिक्वेंटली वो जो त्या बायलेचो चलो आसलेलो तेजें नांव सूरज तीर्थ चंदन, ही इज 19 year old. तो पळोवन ओरिसा गेलो आनी एब्सकॉन्डिंग जालो. सो आमी मागीर आमची एक टीम धाडली कन्सिस्टींग ऑफ सब इन्स्पेक्टर योगेश गडकर, सुनील पाटील आनी गगन गांवकर. हेंची टीम गेली ओरिसा आनी वी मॅनेज टू ट्रेस इट. ताका ओरिसा ट्रेस केलो, अरेस्ट केलो आनी ताका हांगासर हाडून ताका फॉर्मली अरेस्ट केलो, मेडिकलाक धाडलो कडेन ताका तेजो प्रेशर मातसो डावन आसल्यान ताका एडमीट केला. आतां ताका आयज आफ्टर 24 hours ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशन ताका डिस्चार्ज दिला आनी वी वील प्रोड्यूस हिम नाव टू बिफोर JMFC एंड ऑब्टेन हिज रिमांड. सो रिमांड घेवन मागीर उरलेली फुडली आमी मर्डर केसीचें इन्वेस्टिगेशन.
Prakash Gadekar and Asmita Polji for Herald TV.
The Ostorianche Fest, a women's festival organized under the aegis of the Peaceful Society Madkai and curated by Marius Fernandez, was held today at Madkai at the Peaceful Society premises. This year, being a year dedicated to the girl child in our country, this fest is a befitting event to create an awareness among our women against gender discrimination, domestic violence and other issues. Women from across the state met for the first time, sharing knowledge on culture and other issues related to women and also to help one another economically. The fest also included a live demo of cooking traditional Goan dishes such as the dorn and khatkate. A program called Human Library and Bolka Vacher Gozali were other highlights of the festival.
Today is a very historic day that we are having the first ever women's festival, Ostorianche Fest, in the beautiful village of Madkai. The idea of today's fest is to get women from across Goa bonded, but like-minded women. So today what is going to happen is there is a small program of getting them attached to each other and probably have lifelong friendship. We are hoping that today, in the year of the girl child, 2022 is the year of the girl child in India. There are many issues with girls, and this is my 52nd festival in Goa. And over the 22 years that I've been doing festivals, it's the women who have driven all the festivals. I've been doing it, but women have been cooking, dancing, counseling, everything. So the time was right for us after lockdown, after 2 years, to really empower the women. So today is a small attempt of getting them together. After today, they will themselves, hopefully in future years, carry on with this festival, which is really important because the women really needs a lobby in Goa. I've been here in the last 2-3 years when I was in Goa, and I've seen everything driven by women. And as my board says, no alcohol, no chief guests, whatever. Now is the time for women to take over, and the future belongs to the women and girl child. I'm hoping that the Peaceful Society today would be the start. And as you see, there is no religion, there's no caste. We are not interested. We are interested in Goa and Goenka Pond. And the women are going to take us forward in future. So let's show them the way. Besides inclusion and accessibility, we are going to do a trial today of a zero waste. People talk about pollution around the world. They talk about garbage. So we've only been talking. So today at this fest, we are going to be walking. So we have asked all the women who've come today is to bring their own plates, their own cups, and it's going to be zero waste. So we will try this trial today. So there are going to be many firsts today. We're having something called the Human Library, which you all will watch later on. So these are new things that are going to happen in Goa, and only women can take this forward. In my experience in Goa over 22 years. So let's see what we can do and showcase it to the world.
Elvis Sequeira and Alvin Fernandez for Herald TV.
That's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thank you for watching Herald TV News. For more news alerts, please follow us on O Heraldo on Facebook and Twitter. Take care and goodbye.